UrbanLife.tv, 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 TV, Underground Rap Business and Newslife.tv, TV, up close and personal, live one-on-one interview. Yeah. Welcome to UrbanLife.tv, Underground Rap Business and Newslife.tv. We here. Another episode number 6. What's up, $1.
Hello.
Hey, man, it's a special day. You know what I'm saying? We got the amazing, the skillful, you know what I'm saying? The thoughtful, the creator. You know what I'm saying? With your regular cash, put some extra cash on it.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? We got extra cash in the building. How you doing,
Hey.
Queen?
What's up, y'all? It's poppin'.
Chilling. Happy to have you here, man. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. That's a glow. You hear me? Yeah, so, usually we do an introduction. So, for her sake, introduce yourself.
Okay. What it do, world? It's your girl.
I was talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
It's first, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Because we the hosts, so we got alright, how you
Like,
go?
No, he got it. I'm
Go
just thanks.
So I'm gonna pass the mic to the sister extra cash. You feel me? Like, how
Right.
first.
What it do, world? It's your girl, extra cash. Cash moolah, cash on the man, cash in your mother. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Cash in your motherfucking hand. What's good?
You sound like Smooth. Can I get? Yeah, that's what's up.
Now the one and only singer, sound engineer extraordinaire.
Yeah, I seen you did some engineering, but we'll get into it. But yeah, you wanna go?
Yeah, I'm just Jalil, man. I'm the co-host here, holding it down. What we at, like, episode, what's this, 56?
I mean, all together, but season 2, episode
I
6.
just like to throw that in there, bro. Like, you feel me? So, yeah, that's what we at with it. And then, like, I want to say thanks to our guest, too, for sliding through. Like, we going to dig in, man, because she got a lot to offer, so.
Period.
That's what it is. Y'all know I'm $1, you know what I'm saying? North Philly, Logan Waves, you know what I'm saying? Artist myself. Yeah, I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get into it. Like, little more in detail about yourself. What part of the city claims you?
West
Philly.
is the best.
We always get these West people in this job. What? I gotta get my North folk up here, man. You know what I'm saying?
So they be canceling on site.
Yeah, they do. The West do come through, though.
I said,
West do come through, you know what I'm saying? So shout out West Philly. And you don't even hear West a lot. Like, you know how, like, artists and everybody be shouting, like, North and South. You don't hear that, like, you know what I'm saying? Not that I ain't trying, bounce back on y'all or nothing, but I'm just saying, like, we need to hear more of that, like, you feel me? Because West was heavy for the Muslims back in the 70s, you know what I'm saying? And 52nd Street, the Strip, that's definitely, you know what I'm saying, a legacy in its own right, you feel me? And not even to say underground, with Touch Money and all them on the hip-hop tip. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
West still got the unity aspect, you feel me? So
yeah.
Us and West, we still, hang amongst each other and slide to each other events and all that, And
Southwest too, with the Africans, they got a heavy section of the city where they maintain their community and do their thing over there, you feel me?
Yeah, shout out to my boys too, man. Southwest, my African homies from Liberia and all that. No, real shit.
Yeah.
My boys, bro, right.
I was like amazed. I see the flags, Nigeria. God, I'm like,
How they
that's
do
what
it, bro.
is.
Like how all the other cultures do it, bro. They pool their money. You feel me? They put it together. All right, well,
That's
listen,
why
if
we
you
gotta
got
get
the
into
wheels,
it.
we gonna grab the wheels from you. Boom. If you got the shipping containers, all right, we gonna go to Auntie get the. So like I always like that. I was cool with every joint.
Right. Yeah. So how y'all win today?
Say what?
How you win today?
How do I win today?
Yeah.
How did you win
That's
it?
How
usually
did
a
I win
question that
today?
we start with, right?
Okay.
That's like a moment of silence, kind of breaking type.
Like an icebreaker
Yeah.
type thing. How did I win today?
Yeah.
Well, I won today by just waking up. You didn't know I was gonna say that.
Everybody who say that, I'll be waiting. It's like, yo, you wasn't. Yo, come on, you ain't think about that today. It's like, yeah.
But that's the first thing that popped in your head when you
that's
say
the
you
truth.
win.
I mean, anything else is kind of like, what did I do? I was like, all right, I ate. You know what I mean? I was like working a little bit, you know, so that was a winning moment too.
Yeah.
You know, I was working.
And you got some network popping too. So some networking popping. So yeah.
Yeah. How you win today?
Oh man, first off, like we had a little job at Frankfurt. You feel me? But that joint took like a half an hour. So that was an in and out situation. I had some time to wiggle, but you know, the last 3-4 weeks we've been every day. Like even on the weekends, and I don't work on the weekends, but like the clients been just calling us, yo, can y'all come do da-da-da-da? I've been painting, demolition, going to the dump.
Oh, you do all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Yeah, me and my wife, we own a company, his and hers cleaning, so we do a little bit of everything.
Yeah. That's what's up. I like to hear about, like, you know, married people having a business together. That's how my parents were, you know.
Heck yeah.
Hard too, like,
I think it's even harder without, though, because I would like to have something with, you know, whoever I end up getting with, but like to build something together, because if we're not building nothing, I'm just like, we just sitting here. We just two dickheads just sitting here and not getting money. Don't make sense.
All right, but if you the singer and the engineer, what he gonna do?
What do you mean? What he gonna do?
He
Y'all got to be in music.
I mean, you say y'all gonna do it together, right?
Well, not
it's better if you do it together, right?
You know, I mean, of course I love music, but it's other things I want to get into. Okay. You know, if he want to start a restaurant, you know what I mean? I like to eat. What's up? Like, we could do that, or you know, whatever his. You know, it depends on the person. I can't assume that I'll be with somebody who's in music, because that can be a little bit like annoying. Well, it's annoying to like meet guys. It's annoying to meet guys when they're like, "Oh, I like you," and it's like, oh, it's like a turn off. You know, but yeah. So he doesn't have. You know, he doesn't have to be, or he could, you know, do production. You know, maybe.
Or he could just be the one who set it all up. Like, listen, I know somebody who such and such who in music. He could just be the background boy and set it up.
Yeah,
like, anything that's gonna help your partner out. Like, you don't even gotta be in on it. You don't gotta da-da-da. But anything that you know that you can do, just get that to your partner. Like, that's how you make both of y'all shit stronger. Like, I realized that like when I pass my game on to her, like, now we both got it. I can work a little easier now. I don't got to do everything. We can take 50-50.
Yeah.
Right. And she should be able to, you know, pass things on to you as well. You got to learn from each other. Because that's the whole thing. I don't want to be with someone who I can't learn from. And I can't grow from. Or who can't learn from me. Or who doesn't want to listen. And, you know what I mean? To me, if I got something to say or something to offer, it's like, damn, you don't really value me as a person. You know?
Yeah. But then you got the real deal, like, sometimes you just, I guess in a sense you don't be wanting to share everything, because you want that space to grow stronger and shit. But if you got that type of bond, then it is, like, beneficial, you feel me, to do everything together. But a lot of times...
Well, maybe not everything, but
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Certain things that you can to something to get money together with, I think it's smart. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm a natural. Like, that's just what I do. Like, if I got good information, I just give it to the people that I'm around. Like, you feel me? Not every single thing, some shit that you don't need to. You feel me? Not no TMI stuff, but like if it's something that's beneficial, oh yeah, I'ma spread that joint. I don't care. I'm not holding information, bro. You feel me? It's only as strong as the people who interpret it.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, how I won today. Thank y'all for asking.
I forgot.
How did you win today?
They always leave me out, man.
Damn.
So, no, but yeah, I won today, man, because I survived, like, just having my kids all day, you feel me? I did it, you know what I'm saying? I had my kids all day. They was off school for whatever holiday that it is, you know what I'm saying?
Boy.
No, it's some type of Good Friday or something, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I survived.
I never knew what Good Friday was for.
I ain't even gonna get
I'm not sure. I think it was like the Friday that Jesus rose or something like that.
Just be happy. We don't got no
kind of Jewish or something, right?
I thought it was Christian. Like, it had something to do with Easter. I thought like Passover, Palm Sunday, Easter. You know, Easter. I thought they were all together. You know what I mean?
So
like
it's like a package deal. Oh shit! So motherfuckers gonna be getting dressed this weekend and that still exists.
I don't know.
People still get dressed and stuff.
I know
no?
kids still get dressed.
Well, they take
I ain't
pictures.
seen nobody get dressed.
They take pictures on Instagram. Like, you know, we used to go to Photoshop, Photostar in Shelton Mall.
God.
You know what I mean?
Remember the joint over there?
And in the gallery.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I remember that joint.
You ain't come outside.
69th Street. Too.
Oh, all right.
That's an L ride.
Yeah. That was too far. West Philly, we ain't going over there.
Right, but that's how we look at it, Cheltenham.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on where you live. I'm just referring to the Photoshop and just the culture of those pictures that when you go with your girlfriends or whoever you will go in and take those pictures and it'd be like the stars in the background. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Some funny shit. Because they had that on 69th Street too. You know?
When you say skating, what you gonna say? Y'all gonna say N-word or what y'all gonna say?
Yeah. Oh, I guess would, but I would.
Well, we gonna say
go up to
wow or something.
Or wow, yeah, wow, wow.
What was the main?
Wow was the one.
Wow.
When you
everybody did Southwest, everybody did come to
wow.
Yeah.
But when I was with my family, I would go to Elmwood.
Yeah, okay, that make a lot of sense.
But school, they was always taking us up the wild.
You know, right? You go on a trip real quick.
Yes, yeah. That shit was fun. It was popular. We was getting in trouble for giving wallies and stuff. I used to be afraid. I was like, oh my God, I'm in trouble. I was like dancing with this boy. So I was like, child. You know?
Jeez, man. Like, yo, it used to be so fun back then. Like, I don't know. I really used to have fun back then. Like, that shit was decent.
When you look back at it, it's just like, damn, like pre-COVID, you know, you're like, all the shit that we were able to do. Wasn't even thinking twice, you know what I mean, about anything.
It should seem like history now.
It is.
Like, that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
It's Philadelphia history.
I know this probably is a little off, but it's beautiful to get into the conversation. Like, so when you think about it, right, when we was, like, learning history, and we was learning about, like, Noah and all them, and how the world shifted.
Noah.
When we in it, you don't really see it or feel it as it goes. You see what I'm saying? We actually going through a paradigm shift right now, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
And nobody really, like, talking about it like that. But in history-wise, 20 years, our kids going to be learning about this day, you know what I'm saying? Like, we learned about, like...
wearing masks, and they was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, 6 feet? Like, 6 feet of distance?
I played games and thought that this would never be real life. You feel me? Like, you'll see it in, like, overseas, different places, like, where pandemics and all that be hitting, and you'll never think, like...
And then they come to your backyard,
and
like,
this joint right here, I'm like, man, like, everybody the same. You gotta get identified by your eyes.
I feel like it's kind of like a blessed, well, not a blessing, I'm not gonna call COVID a blessing, but, like, I think we're in a time now where everyone's kind of just, like, able to start over. Or,
sure.
you know what I mean, brand themselves in a way where it's kind of like more of an evil even like level playing field or whatever now.
Like a
So yeah, like, and I think that like even with especially with social media, like that's a big thing that right now it's like that's how we're connecting with people just across the world or just whatever. Obviously, we still coming outside, but it's still restrictions and it's not like how it was. So everybody's like in that space where they can build and what I mean, like kind of capitalize off of what's going on and just like, oh, you know what, I'm not, I got to stay home anyway, I'm not working this job, I'm about to go, what I mean, start my clothing line or start my podcast or whatever, and the platform is here now to do it. So I think it was just like God's way of saying like, all right, y'all need to just like chill, y'all need to take a couple steps back right now
and learn yourself
and reevaluate what's going on with you.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Cause I took that time down, like that downtime where shit was slow. I'm like, at first, I'm like, damn, it's slow. I ain't da-da-da. But then I'm like, damn, this feels kind of good. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought it was, honestly, like when quarantine was happening, I was feeling happy in the beginning.
Yeah, like,
I was like, wow, like this is nice to just like kind of chill.
It was so bad. I was proud.
But then I was like, oh my God, like this is, now I'm like, I'm getting cabin fever. I'm getting like, I mean, you kind of like put your brain to the test. It's like, all right, you a grown ass adult. There's no reason you should be getting bored. Go read, go work out, go do something.
I got to the point, I'm like, man, this whole house boring. Like, I'm ready to go.
No, but when you think about it, like the beginning of it, you don't really know that it was going to be this long.
Yeah.
You feel me? So the expectation was to get right back out there.
That's true.
But then when it hit, it was like, oh shit!
People like, oh no, this is not going anywhere anytime soon. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? I was mad. I had a birthday party that got canceled last year. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to make some money. I was so mad.
Yeah, rappers like scheming and shit, trying to put underground people on, but like posting. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard they was charging $10,000, and I'm like, whoa, pop, like. Yeah.
What you mean? What?
So like, say like an artist, mainstream artist. You got artists like yourself, underground artists. Give me 10,000, I'll post your drink. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
drawing.
Whoa,
that
like, out of pocket. Yeah, I put you on these, all kinds of flash shit. And it's like,
it's buffoonery.
Out of pocket, man.
That's too much time on your hands.
I think that is, and I think that's like it's messed. To me, I think it's messed up. Like as an artist, you're an artist. You know what I mean? Like would somebody want? You know what I mean? Would you want someone to do that to you if the roles were reversed? You know what I mean? If you were in that position coming up, I wouldn't do that. Like if I want to post somebody, I'm gonna do it because I fuck with you, not because you paid me. You know,
just bomb on you.
But that's all like pandemic talk, because it's like it'll take the excuse or the accountability and responsibility away. He's like, oh man, it was a pandemic. Like, you feel me? Like everybody was struggling. Scheming is at an all-time high.
Everybody's doing that much money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that much?
Yeah. But I don't know, like if you making that type of money,
well, this is what the result I need if I'm going to pay you. This is the,
that's why spouses be needing that much money, because they live a lifestyle, and when they divorce from that type of money, that's why they be wanting and requesting a certain amount from there, because they adjusted to the lifestyle. You feel me? So a person with that mentality are willing to do anything to stay at that financial level.
See, when you come from the bottom, like when you come from the bottom, bro, like that shit don't even matter. Like I'm to the point now, like I don't give a fuck if it's $1 million contract. If I read that shit and I don't like it, matter of fact, if I don't draw up the contract, I don't even want that draw, bro. Like, because if you gonna offer me $1 million, I'm fucking there. I'm there already. I don't need you. Right. You feel me? Because when I wasn't worth to him, where was you at? So once them Jones come, dog, be confident in yourself. Trust your fucking spirit.
That's why I gotta be different, because now you get leverage. Yeah, you build leverage now.
Boy, and that's the.
So if you ain't talking 1.5, we can't even have lunch. Like on some shit like that. That's just how it is, bro.
Well, once again, that's the benefit to the the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Like, because people can just like it's even now. Like I can put some music out, or I can be consistent on a platform and build that up to where it's like, well, like you said, like, well, there's a label that's all that wants me or whomever, you know, is like, okay, well, clearly I have enough leverage to do X, Y, and Z. You can look at that contract and be like, no. You know, like, you know what, this isn't working, or say, you know, these are my revisions, you know what I mean, we can work with this, then cool, we can, you know, move forward with $1 million, but you still got to pay that back, though. So don't forget about that either.
Yeah. That's why you got to build that leverage to be partners instead of, like, contracted, you feel me, like, but yeah, let's get into it, like, give me the first day, like, that you recognized that you was, like, gifted, talented, or like blessed. What was that day like?
Yeah, see, Buck, he be digging deep with the question.
Honestly, that's a good question. I think it was, to be honest, I think it was probably like in sixth grade, I guess.
Nice. 12.
Yeah, I was like 12. Yeah, you know, I went to Bieber, and I sang. It was like some assembly, and it was like, you know, who could sing, or you know what I mean? You know how they like to do that. So, you know, I raised my hand and I went up there and I sang "Falling" by Alicia Keys.
Oh,
but I remember the school like went crazy. You know what I mean? Like they you know, they went crazy. And then I remember like right after I was like so overwhelmed, like my body was like shaking. I was like crying. It was like the first time I was in a situation like that. Nobody really knew what was wrong. They're like, what's wrong, Kashina? Like, you know what I mean? And I didn't even really know what was wrong. I just remember I was just like, I think I was just like so overwhelmed by the response. And I really didn't understand what I was feeling. But looking back, I think I was just like in shock and just kind of like, you know, wow. But as an adult, it's more so like, I wasn't thinking as a kid, like, oh, I have this power. You know what I mean? It was just something that I was able, I guess, to do, and I would do it for fun, and you know what I mean. So yeah, but that was a big day for me. You know, everybody knew me after that in school.
Right. That's definitely like a beginning. Like you'd be like, oh yeah, see, I'm cut for this. Like, ain't nobody else singing, have everybody, you know. Well, even if they do, that's cool too. But when I sung, they was proud. So,
right.
I get it.
I mean, you know, they going. You know, it's 12. They gonna clap. Right.
That's true. Even when you're,
but then like bad. to do Alicia Keys, they say is like like women that audition R&B, they like stay away from them two songs. I think the one you sung, right? The
what, Falling?
The one you did on your Instagram. He's like, that motherfucker challenged me.
Was it Many Represent?
Yeah. So to hit that note and then Alicia Keys joint, like they say they the two hardest people to come in and like audition on. And like if you really kill that joint like that, then that is a blessing. That is the gift, like for real.
Thank you.
That's what it took to keep pushing. Like, man, you here.
That's facts.
What's up?
Absolutely.
What else you got for me? What's up, Instagram? Y'all can ask me some questions too. Don't be shy. Don't be scared.
I want to ask you a question too. Like,
okay.
Because I don't know how. Like, we always ask the artists this. Like, are you in love with music, or do you just, you know, you love it?
I'm in love with music. Yeah, it was my first love,
yeah,
I think.
See, I just had to clear it up. See, this is what she really loved. This is what she do.
Yeah. That definitely was an in love face, like.
Like straight to the point. I'm in love.
Yeah. Even when it's hard, I can't stay away. Even when I'm like frustrated and like and heartbroken. Honestly, sometimes when it gets difficult or just whatever trials you face creating it or doing, you know what I mean? I'm independent, so I'm doing a lot on my own, and that gets overwhelming. But honestly, that's not something that is music's fault. You know what I mean? I can do music at any time. I don't have to do this process of putting the song out and getting album art and whatever. But the creation of it, I was in the studio last night and I was working with this girl. Shout out to Lana, because we worked on this song, and I had this. I was just like, damn, Lana. I was like, I feel like you know what I mean? I had this feeling that I hadn't had in a while, as far as just feeling good about like creating something and just hearing how good it came out, and just like, you know, just being productive and having it, you know what I mean? Actually going towards something really, really special.
Got the vibe back.
Right.
Yeah, because the vibe is not, I feel the vibe and the emotion is not always there. You know what I mean? You tap into it, you have to, you know what I mean, keep that as something in your back pocket, like, oh, I got to keep referring to this. But just as a human, honestly, it's not always there. I still do it and, you know what I mean, try to push it out. But some days I be like, man, fuck this.
That's what makes us human, like.
Hey, that's real.
Right,
but as long as you keep coming back.
Can you go back to like that first experience in the booth? Like, how was it?
That first experience in the booth? I was, the first time I was in the booth, I was like 14. So I can't say that. Well, you know something now, if anything, that first feeling in the booth is.
You said 4 minutes? All right, thank you, sir.
But yeah, that first feeling in the booth was, I feel like it can't be recreated, but it can be enhanced. Every moment is different.
You learn something new every go round.
Right. And that first moment in the booth is kind of like, because, you know, when you hear yourself back and it's like, you know, because you first hear yourself, you know, the very first time it's a little, you know, right, it's a surprise.
You hear yourself in
you hear yourself how you sound like when you're just talking to other people. When you hear that playback, it's like it's a little different. But when you get accustomed to it is when you can be like, all right, I know how I want to sound, and I can like just continue to like, you know, polish that and make that better. So I think if anything, the experiences get better. Like that first experience was like, oh, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, my voice sound, you know, whatever. But as you work on it, sound good. Now that I'm even further, it's just enhancing.
Right.
You know, and it's like, wow, I never thought. Well, not never thought, but like it's amazing to see how far to come. You know what I mean? You come and you grow.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So was Mom Dukes there, or like who was there? Because you was 14, right?
Yeah. No, Mom wasn't there. It was actually I have a girlfriend named Shamira. Hey, Shamira. And we grew up together. We did everything together. And she sings as well, still to this day. And her brother had a friend, and he rapped. You know what I mean? He was, you know, grown, and we would go to the guy's house and, you know, just record there. Yeah, because I think he had like beats, and we got the beats from somewhere. I don't even remember. It was no YouTube back then. You know what I mean?
We used to make beats. Like,
right, it was beat. Yeah.
It was the beat man.
And he was, you know, he would engineer us, and it would, like I said, it wouldn't sound really, really great because he probably wasn't really used to engineering singers, and we didn't know what to tell him to do, how to make it sound good at that time. So, you know, we were just happy to get something back, you know, be able to do it. We're like, yeah, you know, we got a record.
That was all of those parents.
Nice now. Like, we're probably nice now.
Are y'all still in contact?
No, I didn't really. Yeah, I was 14, so I didn't really like build a relationship with that engineer at that time. So, you know, after that, my school that I went to, Frieri, they had a studio in the basement. So that was a a good advantage that I had, just being able to, you know, just work on my craft and everything. And we would like make beats and stuff. It was like an after school. They had a whole after school program. They would do production. You could like record yourself. They had like singing class or whatever, like after school. And I was in all of them. I was in every day. I was after school, you know, in that basement.
Right, perfecting the craft. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Because some people they just think automatically just because they do something that it's just going to get better with no practice. Mm-hmm. Some people really believe that. Like, you join the team, you play varsity, but you don't never Like, you think you're going to get better if you never play or you never practice?
Practice?
Like that. And y'all had to
Even
practice
the
a
pros
million
gotta
nights
practice.
before he went to professional. Didn't have to practice no more. You feel me? So
no, but they took it like he ain't want to do practice. That was out of context.
Right, I seen the whole interview about that too, about how his homie had died around that time, and he was still going through stuff, and it was a lot going on. So he was like, practice. Like, I got other shit to do, basically. Practice, y'all tripping.
That's how he was saying it, but they took it like they made it look like he was like, fuck practice.
Fuck practice, bro.
And that was corny, but they was at his top anyway.
And that's crazy, because that shit is influenced me the wrong way, because after that, fuck practice. Like, you know what I mean? I was cooking, like, I don't need it either. Yeah. Fuck. But yeah, man, that's crazy. We do need practice, though. That was young smooth. You feel me? Not the old one.
They had a question for you?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they ain't on it. Well, some people on there, but
I don't know. What's your favorite 5 songs you created?
My favorite 5?
Yeah.
Well, some of them are not released yet, but the top one is a song called Cash Calls. Then after that, it would probably be, right now, Quarantine Freak. Then I'm the One, I think. Then I have another song called Wanted. And then maybe, yeah, I'll say maybe just those 4.
That's cool.
And you write yourself?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got balls.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's your favorite like 5 that you like to just sing, like from any artist?
Well, I love Body by Summer Walker. I love that song. When I heard that song, I was like, oh my gosh, like she's so decent. So that one, and then there's another one by Amber Mark called Love Me Right. I love the Michael Jackson song Never Felt So Good. I love that song. And if it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. I love that song right now. And maybe and I do like, just to say some billboards that's out right now. Peaches, Justin Bieber. I like that song.
But like, we ain't biased here. You could do underground or you could do mainstream.
Why not?
He just give me the hard time when he asked me that, John. I gotta give all underground. Or I gotta
that was the specific question.
All from this area.
They all gotta be from West.
So you started like remixing songs and making that a thing. Like, what got you into that? Like,
well,
especially especially like the video portion and making it multiple personalities, kind of like that.
So, all right. So that one was suggested to me by one of my mentors, the Sean Penn. I was doing I was doing little covers here and there, but I wasn't that consistent really, and I would be showing my face or putting up pictures and letting people know, I'm performing, I'm doing what I'm doing. And he was letting me know, he's like, if you really, take the cover seriously, put one out every week, and you know what I mean, it doesn't have to be a videographer and all these other things, you know what I mean, but do something that shows that you put some, work into it, pre-recorded, etc. And people will begin to take you seriously. You know what I'm saying? He's like, otherwise, of course you could do it. Hey, Dilemma was popping. But, of course you can do it, but people will not take you serious as an artist. So, I'm not gonna lie. One day I was like, when he told me that, he showed me this cover of somebody where he had multiple videos. So one day I was sitting on the couch and I was high and I was like, all right, I was thinking about what Sean told me, and I was like, I could do what he was saying, and I was like, and I could do the different squares and the personalities, but I could take the personalities a little bit further, so that's what I did. And immediately I went to the studio and I recorded Honey, and I know you put that in the clip. That was my first Cash cover. So I did Honey. And then I thought I'll start out singing, and then this other Cash will pop up. And then another Cash will pop up, but the original Cash was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like just kind of like taking the shine from myself, or just like competing with myself. And people really enjoyed it, you know, and it got a great response. So I was like, period, I have to do this every week. And I just dedicated myself to doing that. And, you know, it really ended up, you know, paying off in a good way. So
you would be surprised how many days of people that, you know, that follow you or whatever, you would be surprised how like that'll change their day. Just watching videos once in a while, or every day, or whatever it is. Like so
that's true.
Shout
and
out to that.
That's a real blessing. And people would be like, I look forward to these every week. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that that's really, you know, that stands out, that's important.
Oh, yeah. And shit, for one of them to be dedicated to Breonna Taylor, and taking that remix and making it like extravagant, you know, enough for one, you know, Beyonce to repost it on Facebook and shit for Philly NBC News to catch it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Just like incredible. But my whole drawing was like, wow, like you really like spearheaded like the movement to like stay on it. You feel me? And that's what I'm like, wow, that's, I know Beyonce drawing in the news. That's was like that part just like it inspired me even more to be like as men how we gonna sit back? You feel me? Like, and so you know that's what that did for me. But what it does for you? You look like...
Well, wait, you saying what does it do for me?
If you going to go with this statement right into
because her face was like, you asked me a question? Like, what's the question?
I was kind of confused too, but I knew it was a question.
You know.
No, because like, you know, like I said, it was like, you know, one was for Beyonce to repost it. That's major. And then two, for that to happen. But I wanted to get more into like, you know, the passion behind actually like spearheading that movement, and what's the reason why you would want to why you wanted to do it to keep her name, you know, alive. Obviously, you know, things was transpiring and justice wasn't
being, you know, it was like gosh, it's always hard talking about this, but for me, what, you know, hurt me so badly was like just how broken the system is, and how obvious it is that these police officers broke the law, period. You know, like I got so frustrated, like the case like made me upset, you know, and it was frustrating me to see everyone, you know, having their opinions about it, and all this racism come about. And it's still racism on my TikTok that I see people, you know what I mean, on my YouTube towards Breonna, you know what I mean, that I see, and I, you know, just have it gives me a better understanding of this world. So for me, I was so pissed about the fact that they lied on the police report and said that she had no injuries when they shot her 8 times, and then asked her mother, do you know who could have done this? Y'all did it. You know what I'm saying? And that pissed me off. So, like, I was hot. You know what I mean? And people want to talk about, he was a drug dealer. He did this, and she. Shut the fuck up. None of that justifies a wrongful death. When come to find out, y'all didn't even have the right house. Y'all completely fucked up, right? And just to see like the mindset of a lot of people in America, and what the information that they're receiving about not just Breonna's case, but every case, because they're doing it with George Floyd now. And I just want to go on record and say it's not George Floyd's trial. It's Derek Chauvin's trial. He's on trial for murder. Right. George is dead at the hands of that man. You know what I mean? Or at the knee of that man. And they want to talk about what was in his system. It's really irrelevant. It's really not. It doesn't matter. Because if someone is on drugs, or they're, you know what I mean? Like, then they need help. It's not, they don't need a knee to the fucking neck. They need help. They need, you know what I mean, health care.
I would think that it would make it even harder on your case if to say that. because that one told me that if somebody on drugs, then you really overdoing it by putting the knee in their neck.
You know, and then there was this person on TikTok where they were like, oh, they saw the cam footage and he was acting irate or whatever. It was, come on, bro. It's 4 cops there. It's 4 cops there. It's 4 cops there. Y'all could have detained him and arrested him and put him in the car. End of story. And that would have been the end of it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, once again, like the mindset. It doesn't justify the death. It doesn't matter to me what that person was influenced by or what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, prior to, and they tell me it's a criminal and all this. Well, we don't have no record of none of that bullshit, and it don't even matter. You know? So I didn't want to let her, you know, I didn't want to let her story die. And I saw her as a face case for all of, you know, everybody. You know, people hit me up, they're like, well, can you do a song for this person? You know what I mean? This is like, you know, and it's not that I don't want to do a song for everybody. You know, it's unfortunate that there's so much going on. It's just like, I'll never leave the studio. And so, you know, for me, it was just a way to speak out on just everything. And her case led up to it because I did one with, I think, Rockstar and Intentions with Justin Bieber. I rewrote those and was just talking about this, you know, the same thing, police brutality. And you know, it was just crazy. So that's what was in it for me, to just, you know, to get a conviction or to just raise awareness and to sing about what really happened in the song. So people, because I said in the song that they listed the injuries as 0, you know, and that to me was just like, how do you overlook that and not, you know what I mean? And these cops get a slap on the wrist or just whatever is, you know, it's infuriating. So I wanted to just create something to try to help us cope, try to help bring real knowledge to, you know, what's happening. So
I think the only way to change that shit, like, you know me, man. It's not gonna be a peaceful way. It's not gonna be an accent way. It's not gonna be, you know, my mom, my aunt, and my grandmom and all that shit. Cause I'm tired of asking these motherfuckers, bro. They keep it honest, like, dog, I done went to college and did all this shit, bro. And you see how they treat us. You see how they look at us, and I'm already sick of them, bro, on some real shit. So it's like,
sick of it.
Bro, it's
on
like,
my phone
dog,
dying.
and then y'all fake every time we go to court, and then y'all be like, well, at the time, he was a convicted felon for something he did 20 years. Like, bitch, that don't matter right now. Why did y'all kill him?
Right, so that equals death.
Out of character, but that shit makes me mad. Like, I'm ready to fight. All the peace stuff, that's cool, but that shit don't work, bro. I'm gonna let you know that right now. There's too many gangsters and all that other shit walking around for our aunts.
Let's go. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said that, because I'm tired of everybody, and I'm gonna say it like the rappers, y'all too. Y'all sitting up there talking about y'all tough and all this, but who is really saying anything or doing anything about? You know what I mean? Why is I'm gonna stop talking.
She sparked that shit out. I'm like, man, listen, you know how I feel. Like, we can talk back.
You know, because I mean, I just know, like, my parent was saying, if God forbid anything happened to, you know, any of their kids, they'd be like, well, at that point my life is done, so I'm gonna, oh yeah.
You think they gonna get the signs?
Oh yeah, no, I don't think so. And, you know, they like to be like, oh, you know, now you're condoning violence and blah, blah, blah. It's like, y'all condone violence. Y'all have a history of violence, not us. Y'all are the ones with a history of violence. Look at your own people, baby. Like, it's really exhausting and frustrating. It's like you said, I'm tired of arguing with these people. You know what I mean? I be on TikTok all day arguing with racists. It's like, all right, I got the time today. I'm about to get you all the way out of here. You know what I mean?
I'll be like, man, I'll be ready to hire a hacker. Where they at? Like, I'll be mad as shit. So I can't let stuff like that take me off, because I'll be mad, man. Like, it's been too many situations led up to this, like, to my anger now. And then it's like, now I'm breaking out the matrix. Well, you know, it's been a while now, so, like, now I see shit for what it is. Like, I can look at the news and see what's bullshit and what's the real shit. You know what I mean? Like, I can listen to a person's conversation and tell if you're bullshitting or you talking some real shit. So it's like, when you start to up your consciousness, bro, so it's like, it ain't, come on, man. Like, y'all gonna stop fucking playing with us, bro.
Is that bullshit? Or is it real shit?
Right. No, then when you call them on it, oh well, you're just angry. Of course I'm fucking angry. Like, right,
yes, bro. It's
you gotta walk on eggshells.
So crazy, and
I'm done.
You know, but I just tell myself to like, just, you know what, Sheena, stay strong. You know what I mean? Because you will win at the end. That's why I tell myself is like, we're gonna win at the end, and I may not see it in my lifetime, but that's okay. You know, if I can do something to help, you know, to just even speak about it, even talking about it, and change one person's mind who could change somebody else's mind, or just, you know, something like that, or use my voice to, you know what I mean, to bring that. And then honestly, even on my TikTok, it's like y'all are exposing yourselves. Like, it's so many people that be like, oh, this joint, I got way more love. First of all, let me say that, way more love than there is like hate and racism. You know what I mean? But, you know, people are really just really evil, you know what I'm saying, and really sick. And they're talking about, oh, you know, she deserved it and all this. It's like, what are you talking about? You didn't even know her. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
that's kind of inferior. Like, people who like that, that's inferior actions. Like, I don't even think like that, because that's some less than shit. I'm looking at a person's skin like, damn, like, like, I can't stand them because they're like, no, bro. We know why you really mad. Just say why you really mad, because you know, without us, there's no y'all. So you can just say that shit. It's all right.
That's so real.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, just keep it a bean. It's to the point now where it's like, you can't lie to us no longer, bro. You can't try to help it. Like, bro, we don't believe you. I know I don't. Real shit. So if you want to keep believing them, go on do your thing, champ. But it ain't going to end good. You don't got the complexion for the connection. It ain't going in.
I like that one. I like that. You ain't got the complexion for the connection. You know.
But shit, that's crazy that you said that, though. That's going to bring us into our next question. Like, all right, so if you wasn't blessing the world with the voice, right? What else you think you would be doing right now?
I would be dancing. I would be doing some type of entertainment. Because I love dancing just as much as I love singing. Maybe I want to say a little more. I love music more than anything, but singing versus dancing to me is like, it has less, it's just so fun. You know, like when you could just dance like nobody's watching. That to me is so freeing. And so, but even then, it's like, all right, if I was like dancing as a job, you know what I mean? Would I love it as much? I guess, or would because I like to just leave dancing. It's like, this is something I really enjoy doing. It raises my vibration. You know what I'm saying? But let me think. I know it's something else just other than entertainment. It was crazy because I actually never really thought about it. Maybe cooking. I enjoy cooking, you know, for my family and stuff.
A chef, though.
Yeah. You
can do that every day?
I think so. Because I was like, me and my sister had like this subscription to like Imperfect Foods, and they would send us like veggies and stuff, and like this box of vegetables, and I was cutting them up. I was making stir fry, you know. I was like, I'm about to be popping, you know. And it was good because it was like it's veggies, you know, but it's hearty, you know, and it's like it's filling and it's delicious. So I like to eat healthy when I, you know, as often as I can. So. Not every day.
Right. Yeah, say it louder to the people in the back that's listening, because like, yo, man, we be at the store sometimes, we seeing people
in moderation.
Bacon burger with extra bacon and such as like, damn, like, you gonna get.
But what if it's a balance?
Oh, that bacon.
Is it cool?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Can you balance it?
I can. Yes, I have to, because if I just eat healthy too much, I'll disappear. I have a very low or high metabolism.
I ain't gonna
lie. So you know, I try to eat stuff that has like more calories in it. And I know, of course, healthy food, like depending on what you eat, you can get those calories in the right healthy stuff, but I also love, a cheeseburger and fries too, a deluxe at that. You know what I mean? Lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, and onions. You heard? And some nice fries.
I thought you was about to sing the song and shit.
What?
Special pickles, lettuce, sauce. You know the song. I'm loving it. Y'all know, what's it called from the Clips made that?
Yeah, Pusha T.
Yeah.
That was his jingle. Man, I'm loving it. So every time they play that on the commercial, he get a check.
Yeah,
anywhere from here to China to wherever they play that shit on,
that's the ultimate flex.
You feel me?
And everybody knows it.
Yeah, you get paid $10 every time they say it, bro. Cause they gonna say that.
That's why I'm saying it's like seeing like you remember what's the movie with John Travolta and they got pregnant and the baby was talking and shit. Look who's talking, right?
I like how you said they got pregnant.
Yeah. Remember that, John? Like, then you see all the sperms like rushing to the egg and shit.
I remember that.
That's how like music industry look to me right now, and it's like you got a million like sperms running. Like artists.
It is what it is.
You feel me? Like running to the egg, and it's like,
hey, we all made it. We all won.
Some Jones be like a wide open lane to the entrance. You feel me? Like that. Come on, like a jingle. Yeah. How many artists is really strapped? Like you can get your John played in $1 billion movies. You feel what I'm saying? Like $1 billion movies, and that's all you gotta do.
But bro, Jamie Foxx
they stressing trying to make albums and get it to these people and do this, and you can just make one killer. You feel me? Like that's the age we in. Like
that's the one right there.
Corvette. Like we talking about
the show,
TikTok Corvette drink.
Bro, on Jamie Foxx show, bro, he worked.
Oh yeah, on the jingles with Roach in them.
Him and Mouse and your man.
I said Roach, Mouse, right.
Back then, I'm like, damn, so people really be making money? I ain't think about it like I was going to do it, but I'm like, damn, people really make money. But nowadays, like, bro, to think about McDonald's, they be like,
I'm talking 3 words, bro.
They say, yo, that's catchy. I like that. Man,
I'm loving it.
On some bullshit.
Like, yo, I'm loving it. That's it. But it probably took you like 500 days to come up with that, Joe. Like
500 days.
50 seconds, bro.
No, because you gotta think about the melody, how he say it. He probably grabbed I'm loving it, but then he couldn't have just said it like I'm loving. He couldn't just say it. You feel me? Just like what's the boy? Ving Rhames. My people. And so Ving Rhames joint, he cook him on the Arby's joint. Now, how many people go to Arby's? Ain't nobody go to Arby's. Nobody even mention. But the commercial by itself is $1 million commercial.
So that's him.
Yeah, got the beef.
We got the beef.
He don't even say pause, nothing. Like, it's really, he can do it, right? Or we gotta check him on the pause.
I don't think so. We know what he's talking about. I don't think we know. We don't have to say that.
Every time I do hear it,
but it is like, funny.
That sound a little zesty to me. Like,
gosh. I just see him in that movie where he was dancing and shit with the in the jail scene. Remember? I'm every
school movie.
And they popped in the soap. No, y'all remember that one? I'm the only one.
Flame on that
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so anytime you say something about the meat, I be like, bro, like that don't go with your portfolio. Now you play, and then you played a big woman. Remember with Wesley Snipes? Y'all remember that movie? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your portfolio looking besides Melvin. So I ain't gonna get into them.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. But that shit, like, bro, that shit is wicked. Cause they don't really do that shit to white men, bro. If you,
we don't talk about it,
they
though.
Don't really care.
We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it though. Like, think about it. Like, Robin Williams did Miss Doubtfire. That shit was just a hit. Ain't nobody talk shit.
That was all our shit.
Nobody talk shit about that, John.
Also, actually, me and my sister were having a discussion about this and like what they do to emasculate black men. But we were saying like, all right, but what if, you know what I mean, you want to do it? Like, did anybody, I don't know for sure, but did anyone tell Tyler Perry to be Medea? That character was based off of someone in his real life.
He said he did it because he wanted to do it.
Okay, right. So,
he created Medea.
And then you have Dave Chappelle where they was coming to him a couple times. He's like, no. Well, I think then when it's like, are you pressing the issue? You know what I mean? Now you're trying to disrespect me in a way. I think it's all about who you're comfortable with, and they push that, emasculating like black men. Like you said, it was white men that did it. I don't know if Robin wanted to do it or they just told, you know what I mean? They brought it to him.
I'm going to keep it a being. No disrespect to my white homies and all that, but like, I done played baseball, I done played basketball and all that shit, bro. Like, my white homies, they always joke about gay shit. Like dick jokes, shit like that. Like, bro, black men we don't joke like that, bro. Like, we don't, like, they used to walk around like near your gat and like, bro, we don't play like that. You feel me? So that's not us. So I'm not wearing no fucking dress for no cash. I'm not wearing no dress for nothing. I don't wear no fucking dress. I'm a man. So it's like, bro, then we get on. We can't even say that on the internet.
But as a Muslim male,
I don't
wearing
a throat.
A throat.
But what you have under the throat?
Probably some pants. I mean, but women wear a little skirt with tights.
So here's the thing, though.
Then you had
you have like culture, right? But also in Egypt too, they had like
kilts,
robe type skirt things on. But it's not about like I think it's not necessarily like even like what you wear. It's like how they, how you're being portrayed. You know what I mean? And what is this message I'm sending by making this movie or making this whatever I'm making? Is this the message I'm trying to send, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
see, the underline for me is. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I mean, I know not everybody is gonna feel this way, but I think you can, as a man, you know what I mean, dress and drag, and it's just something that. You know what I mean? If you're like, okay, I'll do it. It doesn't bother you, and it's like I want to expand, or you're like, I would try that. I believe there's people out there. Yeah. Obviously, it's like if there's actual gay men who are living that lifestyle. I think it's people in between as well. It's about what you're comfortable with, and it's also like culture and things like that too. But also like talking about like the disrespecting, you know what I mean, like the person, regardless of what it is they're doing. And then the shit that happens in movies anyway, that I'm like, okay, they shot this scene, but no, this really happened. You know what I mean? This person really, did this on, you know what I mean? Or even the things that they do in Hollywood, just like, wow, they really took it there. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things. It's like, oh no, that was a real thing. Like they said that in some of the movies, they use real skeletons in scary movies. I'm not me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that's really something to think about. Like, whoa, like you're bringing that energy on the set at the end of the. You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
don't know what happened to that skeleton. Like,
you don't know what happened. Yeah, like, it was the movie. Skeleton. It was I think it was Poltergeist. Did they use real skeletons?
People died. No, what was that? The Exorcist. They said the old Exorcists that died in the 60s, like when they was shooting that joint, they said people
started dying.
Every fucking day, people was dying.
Bringing in new cast members.
I'm like, all right, I get it.
Like, bro, y'all taking it too
right. So I don't think it's so to me, it's just a big umbrella of things that are going on. Period. That's questionable. You know what I mean? Like, and of course, with women have to deal with things. It's just like they come into our black men with put this skirt on, put this dress on. If you comfortable with it, or you something that you saw in your career, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. To each his own. You do you.
But ain't
you're
like you don't feel comfortable saying it.
Right. Well,
like be a man.
Say, yo, put on this Dickie suit real quick and go turn this pipe.
Yeah, like
don't do that, bro.
Like how crazy would they be like to be let me get you for Ludacris or something, biopic or something, because you light skinned.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a stretch, but but on the flip side, I like to. I mean, I'm very feminine, but something that people don't necessarily see in me is that it's times that you know what I mean? I'm a tomboy, you know? But that's not true. People see it on my Instagram and stuff like that. But also, like, really taking on an energy that's more masculine. But I think women have more of a space to do that because it's more acceptable to, bear with me, be more like a man than it is to, you know what I mean? Be like a woman. Right. It's more of a double standard to where, and I think, like, the contrast is a little more harsh. It's more, like, jarring to see a man, this big motherfucker in this skimpy dress versus, you know what I mean, somebody kind of, a girl wearing baggy clothes and carrying it like a dude, or, you know what I mean, they more so respect that. They like, oh, she's rapping like the guys, she's doing that. They like that, you know what I mean? And it's the same with, like, lesbianism is more acceptable than being a gay man, and whatever, if you're not comfortable with it, cool, but don't, you know what I mean, like, I don't think it's cool to, like, everybody's, like, cool with, you know what I mean? Oh, you know, she's a girl, blah, blah, blah. But not every gay man is trying to get at you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, calm your dick down. Like, chill the fuck out. But that's the thing, you know.
Yeah, the ones that do that, they questionable. They want that attention. I'm trying, like, you feel me? Like, you too worried about, you know what I mean? Because if somebody approach you, you just like, nah, bro, I ain't into it. You keep it moving. You feel me? That's your masculinity. Right. You feel me? You ain't, you know, you ain't even feel no type of way that the nigga even approach you. I think if you get that too much, then you going too far with it. Like, to me, like, if you ain't in something, you gonna leave it in that's that. Like, you feel me? You gonna move forward. But it is a thing, though, like, with women, I think, like, see, the only thing with the whole men dressing as women thing in Hollywood, it's like, it's to say, like, you can't be yourself to make it. That's the only thing that really killed that whole vibe for me. Like, anything else, like Tyler Perry said, you're doing the art. You're doing the art. So as an actor, you're doing art. So you can perform anything if you got the capacity to do it. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Like what's the guy that did the basketball drawing as the woman? They always reference it.
Joanna Man?
Joanna Man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying, like, and he ain't grow no facial hair. You see what I'm saying? So he got the capacity in his art to put that in his portfolio, because, like, he really can do it. Ain't like he gonna keep having to shave or some shit. The nigga get on set, or
it's just irrelevant. Like, if that's what the story is, then it's, at the end of the day, it's up to you to find that actor that's willing to do it. Versus, right, Joanna Man is a whole concept around this man being a woman to be in the NBA. Versus the Dave Chappelle thing, they said he just can't. They came into the trailer. It had nothing to do with the script that they had. That they wanted Dave to do, like, they just came and ran, hey, we was thinking you could put this dress on. And it's just like, nah, that's okay. And then they approached him several times about it, and he kept saying no, and finally they let it go. You know what I mean? But still, they doing some shit, because he went to Africa and was like, you know what I mean? Fuck this, and like, yo,
came back and still got all the money. Still came back, just stayed solid, stayed to his fucking word, where he was doing what he wasn't. Fuck that show. But now look, it's back rolling. Netflix paid him.
And he just sold it.
He's back to doing this thing. Like,
yeah, so he got that 40 mil right back,
bro. Like, if you a masculine male, do your thing, bro. Don't let them demasculinate you, bro. Yeah, I'm not doing none of that.
Yeah, shit. I think it's about how you feel. Do it, cool. And at and at the end of the day, it's men out there that got. We all are half and half. Like,
that's
I think DNA wise, like, you know, we're kind of like, we all have that, like, y'all got nipples for no reason. Why y'all got nipples for? Tell me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not breastfeeding nobody. So I'm saying, like, you know, it's like, and it's not to say that you should, but it's not to say, I'm not saying, you know, you should be just flowing and being, you know, whatever. It's about who you are. Gotta find that actor that's comfortable with doing the role. You know?
So that's what I'm saying. So we could get into a heavier conversation to even say, like, how much of gender do we really know of? You feel what I'm saying? Because like you said, the first 15 seconds or something, you don't know, you click, right? You click your clitoris.
What are you saying? What? Go ahead, finish. What are you saying? What about it?
The clitoris is a form of the penis.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Well, the penis is the form of the clit, actually.
However, whatever, which way it go.
You're female first, or you can say, I like to say nothing, like you're just kind of nothing in the womb.
That's what I'm saying.
Develop, but they say you're female first, and then the clit grows and the lips become the balls.
So then you add on, like, if your parents doing substances and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, and shit happens. There's some hermaphrodites out there, you know what I mean, and stuff like that.
Shit get switched away, and then you what you are. But that's what I'm saying, like, we had to really get into a whole conversation about...
I'm still fucked up.
Cause no, Martin John, when he played his mom and Shanae. You feel me?
Right, Martin is a good example, because who told... Was that his idea? Was that something he wanted to do?
Because he was following Eddie.
And people fuck with Martin. And people fuck with Eddie.
Eddie was doing multiple people.
Right.
He just fucking
that's true.
They were one movie.
Right.
So Martin took the same route and was like, listen, I could be 6 motherfuckers too, including 2 women. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like, right. But everybody look at that as a package for Martin. They don't really look at it like Martin on some...
Right, a one thing where it's
like... Then he probably got a question mark at Big Mama's. But then everybody love Big Mama's house.
Maybe not, though, because I didn't see that as, like...
I love Big Mama's. That's what I'm saying.
Like, it wasn't this much emphasis on gender when that shit came out. That was like... What, 06, 05, 03 or something when Big Mama's house and all
But
that?
Gay always been gay.
That's what I'm saying, but it wasn't this much oomph on it.
And you could put 1,000 years on that shit and that's still...
Drag is not necessarily gay.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, people, I think, attach... in most cases, we see, if they're in drag, that's what you normally get. But in the movies and, we all know it's an area where we're just kind of like, okay, like... We're not really sure with some people, or they just be like, I'm a
the unknown. We just put.
I leave that gray.
The unknown we put in categories that make sense out of it.
Day after day, dressed in that big ass suit. You know what I mean? I mean, oh baby, you know what I mean? All of that, like day after day doing that. Like, how long does it take to film a movie where you have to become this person? You know what I mean? And there's moments where I'll be like, oh my god, I don't know if I can last another hour doing this with this person or acting this way or talk. You know, I'd be like, I can't. You know what I mean? I be thinking about that because it's a real thing. Like, when you doing a movie, like, you got to get into that character. It's like, is that what you want to, do you want to tell this story?
Turn that shit off or you go home and shit.
Man, fuck that. Make me a gangster in the movie. I'm cool with all that other stuff.
You act like that all day anyway, like he will come home killing shit. That's regular. He's like, he ain't take off his acting shoes yet.
Like, in certain cultures, though, like, say if we was in Switzerland, you know what I mean? Like, everybody wear kilts. So, fuck it. I'm rocking a kilt out there.
You gonna have the flyest one.
Is that like, your man, cool socks?
That's what I'm saying. You gonna have the flyest one.
I mean, you feel the breeze.
And that's just how it is. And see, that's what Jay was saying on 444 when he said, like, come on, Tupac wore a nose ring, too. I'm talking about the thuggest nigga in the world that had before Tupac wore bandanas, they are made for women, right? So he decked them Jones out, you feel me, and threw the earring in the nose.
Yeah, right.
You feel me?
Auntie. Right, bro. That's how the aunts used to dress back then. But no, I'm not saying that Pac. That was my name. You feel me? But real rap, my aunts used to
but that's what it is.
Rings and shit. You feel me? Like,
but that's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta be able to stand in your masculinity. That's so important. And that's just for both sides,
right? And it's just that balance. Because at the end of the day, if you like what you like, then you know what I mean. What you wear is just what you wear. It's just something that you're wearing, and it's like I said, like seeing a skimpy dress with some big ass man, it's gonna look weird. But ultimately, at the end of the day,
you got a different one.
That's your choice, and if that's what you're comfortable with, Rock out.
Right, that's how I look at it too. That's you. You know me, but don't bash me for being me either. Like, you
right, because it's
like nowadays there's a lot of that. I can't.
That's true. It's a lot of things that we do that's like, not necessarily like we assign certain things that we do or things that we wear as okay, this is for women, this is for men, and if you do anything other than you're you know what I mean, then now you're raising questions in everybody's mind versus like, I just like this shirt,
right.
and look at Prince. Prince wore heels and a blouse, but guess what? That nigga could,
I really
that nigga could get
suspect,
it. Like,
but then all my old heads like, what? He got all the girls.
He got all the women,
like,
right?
Damn. But now when we like now fast forward to now, like it's stuck and Yachty and I painting their nails and shit like that. You feel me? So it's like, damn. OG Prince did that shit too. Like,
right. As far as Prince goes, I'm like, all right, we can share. Blouses. What you got in your closet? It's like,
and they say he was nice and shit and bald. Once I heard that he was nice and bald, I'm like, yo, that's my fucking boy.
With the heels on and everything.
Dave Chappelle told the story about us cooked them in ball and everything. Like, that was hot, bro. Like, that was hot. That's real history right there. Don't leave that shit out. They want to show us how he dressed, but they ain't tell us he can ball, too. Like, you feel me? Come on, man. Okay.
Right, exactly. He was very feminine in his music and the way that he dressed. But he still had a sex appeal that he got pussy, like.
And then, on some real shit, everything that I seen him in, like, he was on some masculine shit. Like, he always serious. Like, he wasn't never, on no sissy type time or nothing. Like,
it's about how you carry it.
Yeah, right. But to each his own, though. You feel me? But I ain't gonna lie, you really, bro, she really fucked my head up with that. Like, we really got them joints for nothing, bro. Like, that's something I never even thought about. But like, I know we split, like, our genes and our like DNA and shit, like X and Y and the 2 Ys and all that. But it's like, damn, like that shit way deeper than we think.
Right. But guess what? Women get facial hair. It is what it is. It's just we're human, right. And I think we're so used to like shaming because we're thinking this is like I said, you're supposed to have this and this is supposed to be in this way, and
right.
It is what it is. I'll go right to the hair. You know what I mean? Go to the nail salon. I get my lippy taken. I'm like, clean me up, sis. It is what it is. It ain't a lot, but it is what it is. I get hair. I'm a person. You know what I'm saying?
We all got hair.
Exactly. So it's like, it's what it is. Like, yeah, babe. This mustache taking off real quick.
That's cool. It ain't like
out of pocket.
But it's people like that too, and you know what I mean. Bearded ladies.
That's fucked up.
Shout out to the bearded ladies, and much love to them. Because a lot of them are our aunties. You know what I mean? People we love.
Yeah.
That we're not gonna stop loving them less, and that's what matters.
Love is love. That's what we said, right? Love, open heart brand, man. Come on, just the open heart brand. You know what I'm saying? So, get into my phone. Get into a couple more questions before we really stab out and shit. Lost some footage. I knew I should have erased some shit. Right, we got a little 15 minutes. But yeah, like where do your spirit come from? Like, you got like a beautiful energy, you know what I'm saying?
Me? Thank you. It just comes from the source, as best as I can. It comes from somewhere else. I read something that said that we choose to come to Earth. I was like, are you serious? I signed up for this. Are you kidding me? I said, I need an extraction. I gotta get out of here. It's like an extraction is like if you're like a spy.
No, I'm saying like where you read that?
I read it from I saw it on YouTube, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been seeing it like on enlightened pages on Instagram and things like that, and because I'm into like the mystical world and stuff like that.
Spiritual.
Yeah, definitely. But whether you're a Christian or Muslim, I think that these things, like the laws of the universe, still hold up, and just like and just like having an understanding, like they say, like this planet is the hardest planet to like survive on. It's like the roughest, you know what I mean? And we come here to raise the vibration and to make it supposed to make it a better place, you know?
That sounds believable as hell too.
It sounds believable, right? And it was like so many things. It was like you choose your parents, you choose, you know what I mean? You know, your name, you know? Well, that was pretty cool. So I obviously, you know, I don't know for a fact if these things are true, but it resonates with me, and I think it can still go with, like I said, whatever religion that you follow by, because it's a lot of the religions are all, you know, very much connected, and you know, just believe in good energy, and I believe in the universe, you know, to be honest. So I love the universe.
Absolutely.
I be telling everybody, man, you better be good to this joint. Like, they be thinking like that it's not like universal karma. Like,
yeah,
I'm real big on that, bro. Watch how you treat people, because that shit gonna treat you back like that. It might not be that person, you feel me? But it's gonna be something here that's gonna get your ass back.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you know, to give it even more truth, right? For us to even be in this room all together makes all the sense. You feel me? Because what you speaking on, we on. You feel me? So
I love y'all vibe.
I probably was meant to, like, you know what I mean, inbox you and like, where you come from? You feel me? Like, I ain't just wake up and be like,
thank you. Right, the energy is crazy. I love that. The ether really fascinates me because it's, you know, and just like even like this realm, like I was listening to this one girl, she was saying how everything, we perceive everything with our eyes, our senses, but there's so much more as well, and we don't even, you know, we don't use the full, you know, capacity of our brains. So there's probably even more senses that, or just your sense was just like, you know, something, you know, you walk in, like something don't feel right, or something's off, or you walk in, it's like, oh, the body don't feel good in here, like, you know, and you may not necessarily even know why before anyone even spoke, or, you know, you can just feel it. What is that? You know what I mean? It's your, you know, your intuition, whatever you want to call it, your third eye, all of that, or just, you know, talking to certain people, you just be like, you know, something is not right with this person.
And we go with telepathy and all that, like, say, like, I do this a lot, like, I might be doing something, then I see some shit, I'm like, damn, I gotta send this to Buck. Then I look back down, he calling. You feel me? Or something like that. So it's just like,
that's real.
It's always like, bro, that's definitely a skill.
That's
like,
all vibe.
That's definitely something. Like,
you guys been friends a long time, or y'all just do the podcast together?
No, we've been.
And that's important.
I think I'm at home.
That's my little. That's what I'm saying. I don't got friends. I got like little brothers and shit. You ain't my little brother or my older brother or my uncle or somebody. Like, that friends joint, I don't really do too much. But I got a lot of bros and cousins and you know what I'm saying. I just keep it like that.
Right.
That shit crazy though, bro. It's been a minute. I knew you since I was 12, bro.
Damn.
I'm 30.
You 30?
Yeah.
That's telling secrets.
30.
Hey, we gonna get into a little fun game we like to get into, right?
Okay.
It's called Fast Question Round, right?
and like, talking about that, I had a feeling this was going to happen too. I was like, man, I have a feeling they're going to ask me some, you know.
This is fun, though.
No, it ain't that great.
Okay.
It's fun, right?
Okay.
All right, so when I say them, I want you to like respond quick though, like 2 seconds.
Okay.
All right, dine out or eat in?
Dine out.
Voice, Beyonce or Jennifer Hudson?
Beyonce.
All right, protest or riot?
Riot.
I knew you was gonna pause on that show. I said
I did
when
pause.
I was writing this show, I said it's gonna be a pause in this question.
I did pause.
Philly nights or travel nights?
Travel nights.
Booth or live performance?
Wait, what?
Booth or live performance?
Booth or live?
The studio booth.
Oh, the booth or live? Oh, live performance.
Right.
I thought you said booth.
Oh, I thought you was repeating it. Okay, that's your answer. All right.
Yeah,
we all fucking up, right? All right. Good guy or street guy?
Street guy.
Humble chill or you an arguer?
Arguer.
The club or the dollar parties?
Club.
Drink or smoke?
Both.
Clubhouse or the party line?
Clubhouse.
You about to say party line?
No, I've never been on no party line. Clubhouse all day.
Clubhouse is the new party line. That's why I compared it, cuz.
Y'all gotta add me or something.
Cuz you remember how you could be on the phone and then you could be like, yo, let's join the private room over here. That's how Clubhouse is. Like, if you having a group join, you can ping somebody like, yo, let's step in this other room.
I love it when people start arguing on Clubhouse. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it when they be like, yo, bro, yo, don't talk when I'm talking. Yo, don't matter, bro. Open up a Starbucks. Don't matter how I did it. Don't matter. I love it. I love the energy. It's so funny, you know, because I think you can like eat the meat and spit out the bones. You can take the good and understand when it's like certain things like, all right, this is kind of like, you know, a bit much or just anything, whatever. But it's entertaining. It's funny as hell. I love it.
Modifiers kill
Love
me,
it. And they be like, oh, that shit is trash, bro. You be playing your records.
Yeah.
I be there sweating like, whew, play mine next.
Pump me right there. I gotta get on there, man.
You like, where I'm at in the line? Like, where I'm at in the line? Like, you be trying to put your joint on mute.
And they be getting so mad when people hit the button. They be like, yo, I'm trying to go next. They're like, yo, wait in line, bro. Like, it's spazzing. I love it.
I don't want to kick you back out into the audience, bro.
Right, I love it.
Like, you kick niggas want to kick niggas off the stage, everything. Like, it's a stage. Virtually, like, you know what I mean?
Stage.
Virtual stage, bro. We got bullies, man. The modifiers is bullies, cuz. The real shit. They be like, say another word, I'm kicking you off. Right there, bro. Like, it's an open space. Like,
say another word.
Yeah, they be acting up. But you know how it is with anything, man. You got those type of people, you feel me?
Yeah.
But like, so say, man, you gotta take the good with the good and leave the rest. Like,
yeah, just kind of know when to differentiate or have the discernment. Because this one boy, he played his song and they were like, nah, that ain't it, bro, and da-da-da. And he was like, oh, well, I did it like that, cuz, da-da-da. And he's like, yo, it don't matter. And honestly, it really doesn't. You know what I mean? It really doesn't. He was like, it don't matter why you did it that way. It's trash.
He tried to get a justification.
He was trying to explain. And he was like, yo, y'all not going to take the criticism. I'm telling y'all now. And the rules be called, we trash people. You know what I mean? I be in them Johns, you know, listening. I be like, if I get trash, this is what it is. But, you know what I mean? At least I'll know. At least I know how to fix it, you know. I might cry for a little bit, but I'll go fix it.
You know what was funniest to me, though? The ghosting. You seen somebody ghost? Like ghost followers?
On
Clubhouse?
On Clubhouse? Yeah. I don't really.
Like, you be in the room, bro, you having a deep-ass conversation, these niggas just pop in. They like ghosts because you can't see them. Like, you feel me? You can just hear them.
Oh, that's
and they
weird.
just be like, what's them people at the comedy joint that be in the audience? Hecklers. They like them, bro. They won't let a nigga get a word out. Say you talking some deep shit. Yeah, my daughter died. They be like, fuck your daughter. And then they play music in the joint so you can't talk. Like, yo.
That's big.
I'm like,
that's
wow.
Don't do that.
No, they got rid of it, though. That was the little kinks and shit that Clubhouse had in the beginning. Like,
and not every room is, aggressive and,
I ain't know every room like
crazy.
that.
And some rooms they'll be like, all right, we want to hear the music. We're not going to trash you. We'll tell you honestly. You know what I mean? Because they told me some things like, oh, there's too many ad-libs here or, whatever.
Right.
Cool.
Revolution, man.
Everybody can take constructive criticism, man. You got to take it as an artist, especially, you got to be able to take that shit and dig back in the crate.
Bro, no matter what you do, even
that's
if you're
that's
true.
Person,
you got to be able to take constructive criticism.
Right.
Perfecting your craft, whatever it is you do, as a business owner, all that. Like, there be a lot of people, like, you feel me, that feel as though they can give you that, but they don't even qualified. But sometimes it's good and, in that, and then you leave the rest.
But like I told you, I'm taking the 1%. I don't care if you 99 wrong. I'm taking the 1% that's right, and I'm making it 100. You feel me? Because like I always say, man, you get more Jews out of digging back into yourself than to get into somebody else. Like, that's a waste of energy, you feel me? Like, and most times that's what people want you to do. Like, and when y'all talk about racism and all that, yeah, that's what they want you to do. They want you to react and have these feelings and talk about it. Because the longer you talk about it, the more it exists. You feel me? Like, at the time that everybody just stopped talking about it, then that's when it'll be over. You feel what I'm saying? But until then, like, we get too much in our emotions about it.
Some broken bones and all that shit.
You got the broken bones. I was gonna say, I think that, like, I think, if anything, the contrast with what you were saying is that we can't not talk about it because they continue to do the things that they do, and they're so uncomfortable talking about it, and you know what I mean. It's just like, well, we're uncomfortable going through it. You know what I mean? Like, this is the experience, and it's so layered, and even in just everywhere, entertainment. And the way we're portrayed in the media, it's a big thing. It's like we can, you know what I mean? Like, if we stop talking about it, it'll still be going on. You know what I mean? Now that we're having the dialogue, people are people are like, oh, like, okay, some people are like understanding, and some people are just like, oh, I didn't know this about X, Y, and Z, and they're actually, and they're getting misinformation, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're putting information out there that's incorrect about us. And people like, and when people saw Black Panther overseas, they were like, oh my God, like, they were blown away by how they looked, you know what I mean? How they looked, and just everything was just like, wow, like, they didn't even realize that we could be put in that light. Meanwhile, we're the original ones that were the originators of the, of the swag, the sophistication, and the advanced technology, all of that. You know what I mean? Like you said,
alphabet,
it's all us.
All of that, like. You can't get anything else without Black first.
But that's what I'm saying. Right. That's why I'm saying, like,
even before Let There Be Light, what was God doing? He was sitting in the dark.
We gotta understand, like, the thinking that's behind it. You feel me? Like, because everybody that I'll talk to about it, if you saying get out of it, the first thing that they talk about is how blacks are it. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's the same racism that you fighting against.
What you mean?
Meaning that they think they the shit. They think they the original.
You're
think that they're that mentality. That's why that type of thing exists. So now we adopting it. Now we like, we was the first scientists, and like we. And you know me now, I never been a new sneaker nigga, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta show you my sneakers. So to me, it's like, we don't gotta show that we the first, because everything else around us show it.
Because it's just true. It's
just true. What I'm saying? So we don't have to lead with that energy. That's their energy. You gotta prove that you the inferior one and all that. So I don't be knocking like where my bros and sisters be coming from. I just be like, yo, go a different route. You feel me? Because either way you put it, if you talk about it, you giving it that energy that it carries. You understand what I'm saying? Like, as long as we say, like, we'll fill out an application and check that Black, Native American, and all that. You see what I'm saying? So we agree with it. In some sense, right? Because we accepted it on the papers and everything else. And in the hood, to keep it frank, what we call the Chinese store. What we call the poppy store. Like, so I'm saying, you see what I'm saying? Like, we using terminologies, but we'll fight for nigga, but then we use it, you feel me? Like, then we disrespect the chinks and call them they not chinks. Like, they Chinese people, bro. You feel me? But we saying chinks to them, but like, we ignoring all that and be like, oh no, look at the white people, they doing, that's giving them too much power.
They're the ones that started all
They pushed all the shit down into the valley, and now everybody in the valley fighting while they chilling. Like, they don't even care about racism for real. That's how deep it is. That's what I'm saying to you. They don't really give a fuck. Now, if you Black and you come up with a plan that's going to keep the world under their thumb, they going to say, nigga, come sit at this table. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to be no, that's why you can see all of them walk together and all that. You feel what I'm saying? we as the people, we like, yeah, Obama black, and they disguising plans and shit. This has been in play. You feel what I'm saying? Like, only reason you put a black person in at this time is to continue the world trade that you want to continue in. These people say they not willing to trade with you because y'all as a country not equal. Y'all look how y'all treat your own. So they say, all right, we're gonna put a black person in office to show you. Damn, you feel me? But right after that, what happens? They go right back to normal. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, let them get their whole rise and all that, and then we go back. So that's why I'm saying we reacting and we moving as the chess pieces on the board as they designed it to. That's why it's working so good. You see what I'm saying? Like, but we ran out of time. I don't want to keep going. Like, get your social medias and all.
Make sure you guys follow me at Extra Cash on all platforms. EXTRAKACH, and it's Cash Moolah on TikTok. KACHMOOLAH.
Alright.
Get it right.
No, subscribe.
Herbalife.tv. Yeah.
Catch y'all later.
My fault. We went way up.
This was so fun.
Yeah, no,
They peeking in here.
What about peeking in my window?
Oh, they was